Good morning. I'm Carlton Sharp, pastor of Faith Christian Center Church right here in Beaumont, Texas. And I want to welcome you to what's happening in our neighborhood. And today my special guest is Rebecca Woodland. Welcome, Rebecca.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Hey, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've spent over 30 years in the museum business because I love history and attractions. But now I've moved over to the Beaumont Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Now, what is the Convention Visitors Bureau?
Right. The Convention and Visitors Bureau, more commonly referred to as the CVB.
The CVB.
Right, that's what we go by. Means that we are out promoting Beaumont and marketing to bring groups here to Beaumont to host their meetings. So that's sort of the convention side of the CVB. And then the visitor is much more like what most people think of a visitors bureau. We have an office, we have brochures, we have maps. We're there for information for visitors and tourists alike. But I'm on the convention side at the CVB as the convention sales manager, and so that is my bread and butter is to go out and encourage people to consider hosting a meeting that comes to Beaumont.
So you go all throughout the state, all throughout the country, trying to get businesses to come and host their convention here in Beaumont.
That is correct. We all, in our office, there's 3 of us on the convention sales team, and we each kind of break up different markets. And so I tend to focus on religious markets. So particularly local pastors like yourself, if you're going to host the district or the state association of Christian education or the deacons of whatever, come to us first when you're considering holding that meeting here in Beaumont. And then we get the information from you, and then we're sort of the one-stop shop. So you bring us the suggested dates, a potential agenda, how many sleeping rooms you would need, your meeting requirements, and we send that out on your behalf to the hotels and meeting venues and the things that would pertain to your group, collect all those what we call bid proposals, and which usually have discounted special rates from the hotels and meeting venues. We put it in what we call a bid book. So it's sort of a one book. We summarize everything. You get all the letters and bids from all the venues that meet your requirements. So that saves you from calling 20 different hotels and the 5 different meeting venues and doing all of that. We combine that. You still make all the decisions, but then we've kind of streamlined and saved you time and money. Then we recommend, even if you're local and have been to some of those places, to let us set up what we call a site visit. And that's where we set the appointments with the different spots and take you and your committee or your board or whomever the decision makers are, and we tour each property. You get to meet those people that you'll be working with, their sales team, and it gives you an opportunity to kind of negotiate, make sure everybody's real clear, if anybody needs to resubmit a bid or based upon your conversations. We tour everything, then you still make the decision, and then you select. Hopefully you choose Beaumont, and then obviously that's the first part.
That's the first thing. You
choose Beaumont, not another city. And then you select your host or co-host hotels, meeting venues, or if you're going to do off-site spousal tours or attractions, whatever, sign those contracts, and then we work with you all the way through the event. After, I'm mostly involved in that initial stage, which I just explained. But then once the hotel contracts and meeting venue contracts are signed, then one of my colleagues, Susan, comes in to do servicing. That's what we call it in the industry.
So let me make sure that we understand, our viewers understand. So you take all the legwork out.
That is correct.
Of preparation for a conference or a convention.
Right.
Yeah.
And we get you really good deals. We offer you special opportunities that even if you're in Beaumont or you're an outside meeting planner, you're at the state association or the state whatever, you may not know about Beaumont and all the things we have to offer. One of the biggest things when I'm calling on Austin associations or when I go to these national trade shows where the meeting planners go, they think if they've heard of Beaumont, it's, I-10 drive through, there's nothing to do, and all they see is that little S-curve.
Right.
And usually if I can get you here for a site visit, and I've done a bid and get you here, what I hear from my clients is, I didn't know Beaumont and a surrounding area in Jefferson County had so much to offer. You literally cannot see and do everything in one 8-hour day. So when you come in for a site visit, I'm like, which is really good because you can hold a meeting 1 year and choose to do it at this property and see ABC, and then a couple of years later you can come back, stay at the same property or a different property and see DEF things.
Right.
So we have a lot to offer and really have a great experience here.
I really want the people to understand that it's not just for visitors, it's also for people who are locally, because I had the opportunity to work with the Bureau
Right.
For my class reunion.
Exactly. Class reunion.
And so, I mean, you guys took a lot of the legwork out
Right.
of me making the preparation.
Class reunions, family reunions, military reunions, any kind of meeting, convention, association, large or small, they just need to have sleeping rooms attached. And it's very easy to do that, even if you're having a small regional district board meeting. If you booked blocked rooms on behalf of your attendees, you, the meeting planner, not paying for those. It's basically you're setting up what we call a block of rooms at a discounted rate, as opposed to a walk-in rate where they're going to get full price. They've set that up, and they identify themselves. I'm with this association. Here's my special code, and you get that rate. They're paying the hotel directly. We only ask that you have a minimum of 25 rooms. So you could have 15 rooms on a Friday night, your meeting Saturday, and then the banquet Saturday night, and you're gone, and you've met our minimum requirements. We have to have sleeping rooms.
Right.
If you don't, we do have on our website places of special venues, but then you're doing all that legwork. So,
now, and another thing is that once you do the site visit, one of the things that we were able to do was we were able to test the food.
That's right.
If we used the restaurant or we had catering,
yes,
we were able to,
We love doing tastings with our clients, and that's part of one of the perks of working through us. Because we're able to set that up for you and coordinate those things and recommend if you're having a theme. Obviously, we're known for Cajun and Texas friendly, but seafood, and so we'll customize that, and our chefs at the various venues will do that, and then you can taste it and get a feeling, because you know what your clients, your attendees want. Are they all vegetarian? Are they all beef eaters? Or we need a mix? Or and we're the experts, and we want to share our advice. All of our services are complimentary. We are free.
And that's what I was just going to ask you, because somebody might be watching like, man, that might cost a whole lot of money for us to do, but it is absolutely free.
Right, because our Beaumont Convention and Visitors Bureau is funded through what I like to say is a very small percentage of that hotel occupancy tax. And that's how we're funded. And so we give that back to you as in-kind services and things to help make your convention more successful. Normally people think of us the week before and, I need little goodie bags or pens and pencils. Well, yes, we do that. But you've missed all this other thing that we're talking about to help guide and make recommendations, entertainment resources, these vendors, this is, how best to deal with this. We become basically an auxiliary to your committee,
right,
non-paid, and you don't have to go shop it to hire somebody because, other meeting planners and event planners, that's their business. And they're great, but you're going to pay them. So we're giving it back to you, and we're paid through that hotel occupancy tax, so it's free to you.
Now, one of the things that the services that you guys provided us for our reunion was name badges. You gave us some bags to give to each classmate. Some of the things that you were mentioning.
Yeah, that's what in our industry we call servicing, and you get that once we've gotten that the signed contract for your sleeping rooms, and it's done on a customized sliding scale based upon the number of sleeping rooms. And Susan in our office, our servicing coordinator, meets with the meeting planner or the person in charge to decide, do you need the name badges? We'll actually, if you send us a spreadsheet, 6 to 8 weeks out, she'll, pre-make them. Or sometimes I've had clients that say, oh no, we have our registrar, we just need the name badge and lanyards. And then some people say, I don't need name badges because we've got that. What I need is the little goodie bags, or we need a gift for the VIP speaker that's coming from the national office.
Right.
So it's all based upon how many people, how many sleeping rooms, so that we have sort of this pot. We've had one group, the Marine Corps that's coming in that I worked with. They have a magazine, and we took out a customized within our office, designed a welcome to Beaumont ad, and placed that because they didn't need other servicing.
Right,
so,
right.
you know, we look at it as all as in kind and help you, because we want you to be successful and have your people say Beaumont was a great convention meeting spot. Another example of the American Legion. Usually you only hold those, that's the State Department,
Right.
you know, once every 10, 20 years. Well, we had such success that in 5 years they came back and asked us to bid on that again, and so we went through that process, we won it, and we posted it, and I just talked with the director, and it looks like 2020's open, you know, they love coming to Beaumont, and so, you know, that's what we want.
Now, when you make these presentations, are they for a 1-year contract, a 2-year contract, or I mean, how when you're bringing in people from out of state?
Usually, when we're working with the meeting planner in the executive office, usually we're bidding on 1 year. However, if they want to do multiple years, we have done that. So say that we're going to go ahead and bid on 2020, and then we want you to at the same time to go ahead and lock in rates for 2025, or you know, however many. Usually we don't have them come back every year. It's usually every couple of years, every 5th year. But we will do that, and we've done that before in doing that. But usually I'm working, there's a new committee, you know, most of my groups are volunteer-driven, membership-based, and so sometimes we have a convention committee within that organization, and sometimes it's just the local chapter, it's their time to host, and they have to go bid. So we partner with the local person usually. If there is a chapter here to do that, we can do the bid presentation with you and for you. To give you an example, when we just last year we hosted the Diocese of Beaumont hosted their Region 10 Catholic Youth Conference.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
First time we've ever held that. And I went with the local youth minister here at the Catholic Church, and we went to their board at Region 10, and we had to bid twice. We had to do it 2 years, because the first year we were up against some other cities, and then we kind of got a better feel for how to do that. And because my local was new to that board, they're like, oh, we need more experience. And we came back and we won it, and we held that last year. In the November, we had, a couple thousand kids here running around, praying to God.
Okay, so for those who are watching, how can they get in contact with you?
The best way is to call us at the Beaumont Convention and Visitors Bureau office, ask to speak with someone at the Convention Sales Department, and based upon your organization, you will be assigned to myself or Freddie Willard, my Director of Sales, or Susan, based upon how we work those markets. And then we work with you from the start to the end, and then you may also email us or go online, but I think it's sometimes best to call and let us get going with you. Don't wait till the week before and then ask for stuff. Come, because we're going to save you time and money.
Right.
And we want you to be successful, and we want to bring you back. So if you've never, I always like to say, when you're not at the committee meeting and now you're assigned to host it, you should immediately speed dial, put CVB in your phone, speed dial, and ask to speak with someone convention sales. We can work 2, 4, 5 years out.
Yeah.
So don't wait till the month before, because you'll have limited availability. Because actually there have been times on weekends when Beaumont, there is no room at the inn, because we are busy booking conferences and church groups and sporting tournaments. That's another thing that we work with, and class reunions, family reunions. So the sooner you get to us, the better off you are, and we will save you time and money and make you, the meeting planner, look successful.
Well, listen, I want to thank Rebecca for joining us today. Hey, listen, as she said, utilize this great bureau to help you plan your activities here in Beaumont and in the surrounding area. They are fantastic. I'm telling you from personal experience, they are fantastic. I mean, they are on point. So I want to thank you for joining us again right here on What's Happening in Our Neighborhood, and we will see you next time on our broadcast.